Okay, another plant-based recipe now. It's Thai rice cakes with the sweet chili sauce. So let's have a spin around the ingredients. We've got rice flour for coating them in. I've got some Thai rice, fragrant rice, fresh ginger, chilli, red chilli, some spring onions grown by a friend of mine up the road on his allotments, a handful of peeled garlic bulbs, fresh coriander, some cooked or boiled potatoes. And cooking in a pan here, I've got some boiled sweet potato and trusty sweet chili sauce. Now, my recipe does actually say to use some wild rice. I wasn't able to get some. Wild rice on its own is black and it takes a lot of cooking. So if you are going to use it, do follow the instructions because it's imperative that you get them cooked. Now, you might just want to use a mix. If I'm eating rice, I really like to eat whole grain rice. It's a bit nuttier in flavour and it's a lot more fibrous, great for the digestive system. So you have to cook, if you cook those rices, you cook them separately because if you're using wild rice or brown rice or whole grain, those other rices, they take longer to cook than ordinary white rice that's been milled. And similarly with the sweet potato and with the boiled potato, ordinary white potatoes, cook them separately because again they take different cooking times. Now I'm just going to warm these up because I did cook them yesterday. I'm going to put them in here because they're easier to mash when they're warm actually. So the easiest way to peel a piece of root ginger, fresh ginger, and it's imperative that you use this, is to take a teaspoon. Now you may have used a knife in the past or you may have used a potato peeler or a vegetable peeler, as I probably would have done. But I only discovered this a couple of years back, and all you do is you scrape the ginger like so. This way, doing it this way, you find out that you will actually get an awful lot more. So just scrape it around like so. Just taking all the skin off. You can do it without taking the skin off, but personally I find that, as long as they're clean of course, it leaves a bit of an aftertaste actually, which I'm not keen on myself. Where it was cut originally, oops, jumping ginger there. The core and the pips, like so. And then it needs to be cut up very finely. So we slice it with a big knife like that, put them all together, and then do it the other way. So they're nice and fine when they go onto your palate then. Shred these now. Take that off. So take these roots off, the root bed, and then we'll split the onion. Cut that one, split it. Split it again. Bit of a faff this really, but spend a little time, get it right, and then we'll have a really nice product at the end. So then just chop it up nice and fine. These are best cut with a knife. They don't really go that well in a food processor. a good old chop to get it nice and fine. I'll scrape that into this bowl. A lovely mix, almost like a salsa that. I've got my little potato masher here. Good old mash down that. Spoon like that. We'll put a bit of salt and pepper in there. And then add that to the bowl. Then I've got my cooked rice. The recipe gives you, I think it's 200 grams of Thai rice and 100 grams of wild rice. So you need about 300 grams for the whole recipe, but I'm not doing the whole recipe today, so I'll just take what I need here. Give it a mix in. All the ingredients in this recipe are plant-based, so that makes it ideal for people on a totally plant-based diet. Now, we're going to put some flour into this bowl here. This is the rice flour. And then I'm going to take the mix and I'm going to roll it into balls. I'm going to divide it up first, sort of that size, about the size of not quite a golf ball or a ping pong ball, but just a little bit smaller. You don't want them too big. This would be great actually as a starter. Quick roll up. And then just press them down flat, shape them, and we'll just coat them in the rice flour. Give them a good coating. We're just going to shallow fry them. I'm just going to put some coriander there on the plate. Sweet chilli sauce in a dish for dipping. Flip these over. So we'll just start arranging those now. So there we are, our Thai rice and potato cakes with the sweet chilli sauce.